This show was first broadcast on Free FM 89.0, Hamilton, New Zealand's community access radio station. For more information on our station and our wide range of programs, visit freefm.org.nz.
The music that they're planning to use to crumble the morals of America is this rotten, filthy, dirty, lewd, lascivious junk called rock and roll.
An hour of 60s underground music from around the world. Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Radio. Great 60s Garage Punk, freakbeat and psychedelia. Podcast via all good podcasting providers and facebook.com/retrospect garage punk radio.
You have you had a group on one side that was bad, and you had a group on the other side that was also very horrible. I'm not finished. Horrible, and nobody wants to say that.
Retrospect fans, Phil Gray. I'm back with another episode of Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show. This is episode 569, and what a playlist we have for this episode. No fewer than 7 that I counted, cover versions and some really peculiar ones, particularly right at the end of the show. Stick around for those, but we started off with a band called the Bohemians from Montreal, Quebec. Release on Blue Jean Records 1966, B-side of this 45 called Say It. The A-side was I Need You Baby from Canada's The Bohemians.
Remember when you were in the 5th grade and some of your friends sniffed model airplane glue? Maybe you joined in. It seemed harmless enough, and you didn't want to be different from the others.
Retrospect. Well, the first of at least 7 cover versions in this episode is from a band out of the Netherlands called The Comets. Recorded on the label Telstar, this one from 1966. Super obscure cover, My Generation.
People try to put us down, talking about my generation, just because we get around. Talking about my generation, yes, that stool is awful, because about my generation, I hope I die before we get on. Talking about my generation, my generation. are fade away. Talking about my generation. Try to dig what we all say. Talking about my generation. Not like God, the big sensation. Talking about my generation. Talking about my generation. Talking about my generation. My generation, baby. Don't you all fade away. Talking about my generation. Glad to dig what we all say. Talking about my generation. Not like God, big sensation. Talking about my generation. Talking about my generation. Talking about my generation. My generation, baby. Generation. People trying to pull us down. Talking about my generation. Just because we carry around. Talking about my generation. Get down to the soulful. Talking about my generation. Over time before we come. Talking about my generation. It's my generation, baby. My generation.
Swinging Teens is always looking for that new sound.
Retrospect.
Greetings from Alamucci, New Jersey. My name is Jerry, a.k.a. Jumpin' JB, and I am thrilled every week to be tuned in to the Retrospect 60s Garage, Freakbeat, and Psychedelic Show with Phil Gray.
shades of brown. I try and I try, but baby, you know that I can only give you everything. How can I get you to understand that after all, I am just a man? You, oh, my mind was done for feeling shadows fall. And when every little flower grows and bluebirds call, I try and I try, but baby, you know that I can only give you everything. Whoa. I'd do anything you want me to do, 'cause I don't want to know this life without you. Whoa, don't ever go and leave me in this world alone. I'd feel like a little child if I was on my own. I try and I try, but baby, you know that I can only give you everything. Yeah, 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 everything, baby. Whoa, everything. Yeah, 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 everything. Every little thing, baby. Whoa, yeah, 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 everything.
It's Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show. This is episode 569, and I said we had loads of cover versions. 3 there from, well, all parts of the world. From the Netherlands, the Comets with My Generation. Then American band Times 5. How obscure was that? Times 5 times TYMES. Members of this band, apparently 15 years old. They're from Marysville, California. Pretty crude cover of the 13th Floor Elevators, You're Gonna Miss Me. Amazing. Finally in the set, Tommy Scott. He was born Thomas Kilpatrick, Scottish songwriter, producer and singer. Had a bunch of hits, pop, rock and folk styles, including with them, but he did his own version of I Can Only Give You Everything. More recent times sings traditional Scottish music, I believe. Tommy Scott, I Can Only Give You Everything.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Retrospect Garage Punk Radio.
It's an obscure band that I believe were from Kansas, but not the only Kansas band with the name The Rain. This one was released on Canwick Records, The Rain. It's called I'm Free.
Don't want all of your love, girl. Just want some of your love, girl. Love me just today. Love me all the way. Oh, please now don't you be the kind who cling to me. Can't you see I'm free? One time is all I need. Then I must be freed. Give me one more kiss. Let it go like this. Girl, can't you see by now I'll get to you somehow? Don't refuse, don't lose. I might, in my mind, learn to stay with you if you want me to. So if I stay around, please don't tie me down. I'm just me, I'm free.
Just so you understand, I love records.
Retrospect.
Changed to new band spray deodorant, and we've still got a groovy groove.
Oh, yeah, the repulsives.
Cool it, baby.
New band spray stops odor. Band gets you through the longest day. It won't wear off as the day wears on. New band spray.
We dig! Band won't wear off as the day wears on. Won't wear off, won't wear off.
Will be gone. Well, it's so easy to cause heartache and pain, and a heart once broken will never be the same. And when it's once broken, you know there's no one to blame. Don't know where you are. know where you are, so you play guitar, you don't even want to sing. Don't know where you are. People telling me what they know. I don't know what I know. Circles and circles, that's where I go. Really some I just don't know.
Well, set of 4. Starting off with The Rain, I'm Free, then The Shags, with 2 Gs, out of South Bend, Indiana, recorded in Chicago 1967. This band, a bunch of students from Notre Dame University. The Shags covering Hey Joe. Then we had a TV spot called Ban TV Spot, Ban Deodorant, by a band called The Repulsives. Now, I'm not aware of any actual band called The Repulsives. I think this was a completely fabricated band with the Ban TV spot. And finally, The Ace of Cups, one of the greatest bands that never made it. All-female band out of San Francisco, formed 1967, right in that summer of love. One of the first all-female rock bands, of course. They debuted 1967. They opened for Hendrix at Golden Gate Park, would you believe? They appeared on TV with Jefferson Airplane and the Grateful Dead. They opened for the band. And several record companies were interested in signing this band, but it was felt that touring, if they were pressured into it, would be difficult for this all-female band, so they never actually made any professional recordings of their own. The Ace of Cups, with the track Circles. Dig what you hear? Yeah! Check out back episodes of Retrospect, 60s Garage Punk radio show and podcast. Always available across all good podcasting providers, including Apple Podcasts, TuneIn.com, Stitcher Radio, Blueberry, Player.fm, MyTuner Radio, Mixcloud, Castbox, Podbean, Pod Directory, and many more. Let's have a little bit of global garage and a couple of covers, starting off with a band who were called He 6, but before they were He 6, they were He 5. They're out of Korea. Fertile rock scene in Korea thanks to American GIs stationed there during the Korean War. So local musicians would have opportunities to learn American rock music and perform for American soldiers. The bands were known as vocal bands, or like in Japan, group sounds. However, by the 1970s, the Korean regime considered rock music depraved youth culture, and restrictions came to play. The first Korean rock band, 1962, called Ad 64. They were referred to as group sound musicians. Following them, He 6, Kokiri Brothers, and the Keyboys. Let's check it out. He 5 is their cover of Inagata de Vida.
so bad in so many different ways and so unfortunate.
Retrospect.
Boys and girls, your attention please. Here is your group, Henry Delgado and the stage. For amuse and also for you dance march. If you like to dance, very well. And then smoke a cigarette and put in wave or also waves. Cáscara de plátano, mostaza, orégano, hierbabuena, volare, cantare. Ready now, listen to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go, baby. Come on, Cherry. Come on, Dory. Now, please, dance.
the lyrics, it's the beat.
Retrospect, 60s garage punk, garage rock and psychedelia.
The beat goes on. The beat goes on. Trommeln, hämmern, Beat mit 100 Phone. La-di-da-di-di. La-di-da-di-da. Er reißt dich hoch, die Füße stehen nicht still. Man muss ihn tanzen, wenn man auch nicht will. Er packt dich mehr und mehr mit jedem Ton. Nein, diesem Rhythmus läufst du nicht davon. The beat goes on. The beat goes on. Der Bass rollt und stampft bei jedem Ton. La-di-da-di-di. La-di-da-di-da. Jetzt glaubst du, du hast dich hierher verirrt. Dann schnippst du mit den Fingern ganz verwirrt. Die Band, sie tobt, Gitarren bieten laut. Der Beat geht durch und durch bis auf die Haut. The beat goes on. The beat goes on. Der Sänger ringt nach Luft bei jedem Ton. La-di-da-di-di. La-di-da-di-da. Sie peitscht die Luft mit ihrem langen Haar. Sie ringt nach Atem, sie ist wunderbar. Wir tanzen Beat, weil uns der Beat gefällt. Für uns ist er das Größte auf der Welt. The beat goes on. The beat goes on. The beat goes on.
And that is 4 global garage tracks, starting off with He5 out of Korea covering Inagata de Vida. Then Los Destellos, not released until 1971 on an album called Constellacion, the track Onsta la Yerbita from this group out of Peru. They had a distinct funk soul style, but also heavy psych elements. They formed in Rimac in 1966. Throughout their life, around 90 musicians have passed through this band. Long-running band, 30 years. Los Destellos with Onsta la Yerbita. Then we had Inga, who was in fact Inga Rumpf. Track called The Beat Goes On, written by Sonny Bono. Released in 1967, it also appears on the In Kraut Volume 3, Hip-Shaking Grooves Made in Germany. Inga, with The Beat Goes On. Finally in the set, Las Moscas, out of Mexico, Guadalajara. Recorded 3 albums, mainly cover versions, from 1968 through to 1972 when they disbanded. Las Moscas, Nacido en el Bayou, of course, CCR's Born on the Bayou. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the mix of cover versions. Remember, lots and lots and lots of back episodes available, including my 2-show tribute to the music of California, the last couple of episodes, 567 and 568. Find them on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, wherever you go to get good podcasts. One more cover version, this one, a true oddity, a band out of a small city called Tepetlixpa in Mexico. The band claimed to have met 2 members of the Beatles in 1969 in their hometown, but there's enormous doubt whether the Beatles ever went there. They recorded an album of Beatles covers released in 1971. The album was called, in English, Farewell to the Beatles. The band is called La Banda Plástica de Tepetlixpa. They're a brass band. And this is their cover of the Beatles, Carry That Weight. Thanks for joining me. I'm Phil Gray for Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show.
Connect with Retrospect. Retrospect Garage Punk Radio on Facebook and Retrospect 60s Garage Punk on Instagram.
And for back episodes, find Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and lots more great podcasting platforms.
Am I supposed to be a big fan? It's fine, but it's